Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. So in this video I am explaining the process of identifying interior region and exterior region of a polygon. This topic may be also called as inside and outside test, right? So if you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. To get the notifications of my new videos, please click the bell icon. So let me begin with the explanation of inside outside test. That means identifying interior region and exterior region of a polygon. That is how to identify that which region is interior and which region is exterior, right? So first of all, you should know what is a polygon. In this video I am going to give only brief details related to polygon. If you want to know more details regarding a polygon, you can refer my previous video, where the link for that video is given below in the description section. So in the simple words, a polygon is nothing but it is a two-dimensional shape formed with three or more than three straight lines, right? So here polygon is a two-dimensional shape. To draw that shape I need at least three edges, more than three also possible. For example, when you form a closed figure with three straight lines, then it be called as a triangle. So you can see here I formed a polygon with the three edges, and this is called as triangle. Getting, guys? So, and one more important thing here, and in the same way, if you are forming a shape with the four edges, it is a quadrilateral, see, or it can be a parallelogram, or it can be a square. If 5 edges are used, then it is a pentagon. If 6 edges are used, then it is a hexagon, right? Getting, guys? So you observe here all the polygons are closed objects only. Getting? And the next thing, curved lines are not used to draw the polygon. You can't draw the polygon using the curved lines. Only you need to draw the polygon using a straight lines, right? And another important thing here, polygon, right, can be formed with three or more straight lines, right? You know that, but there is no limit in how many sides will be there in a polygon. It can contain infinite sides, more than 10 sides, more than 20, more than 50. It is possible. You can construct a polygon with as many sides as you want. There is no limit in the number of sides for a polygon. Getting, guys? So it's a two-dimensional shape that is formed with three or more than three edges. So these are the examples. So getting? Now, so what is a polygon fill area? See, you know that every polygon can be filled with some color or a texture. That means every polygon will have some area, because polygon is a closed object, right? You can see here, this is a closed object, and this polygon, this is a rectangle polygon, and this rectangle polygon will have some area. See, this is the area of the polygon. Getting, guys? Every closed object will have a area, and this area of a polygon can be filled with color or a texture. This first example is for filling with the color. The polygon area, rectangle polygon area, is filled with the color. This is the red color. This is the first example. In the second example, the polygon area is filled with some texture, some designs. Getting, guys? So now you can see that the polygon fill area can be filled with a color, or it can be filled with a texture. Getting, guys? So every closed object will have some area, and that area of that polygon can be filled with a color or a texture. Now, to do that, fill the polygon with a color or a texture, first of all you need to identify which part of the polygon is interior, which part of the polygon is exterior, right? So see, this is the example here. This part of the polygon can be considered as the interior part of the polygon. This part of the polygon can be considered as the exterior of the polygon, and this is also may be considered as the interior of the polygon. Now I can say that this is interior and this is exterior, right? But how can a computer understand it? computer need to identify which is the interior and which is the exterior part of the polygon. So to do that, to make a computer to understand the interior and to understand which is the exterior part of the polygon, I'm using algorithm. Getting guys? I'm using algorithm to make it understand to the computer which area of the polygon is interior or which area of the polygon is exterior. So see, and one more important thing, we may want to specify a complex fill region with the intersecting edges. If I say a polygon, not every polygon will be simple. You can see here, this polygon edges are intersecting with one another. You can see the highlighter. The polygon edges is intersecting with one another. In that case, it is still more difficult to find out which is the interior and which is the exterior. Getting guys? So when the edges intersect, so you are not going to it is not always clear that which region of the plane we should call it as interior or which regions are as a exterior. That is the problem here when there are intersecting edges. See here, there are intersecting edges, right? There will be a confusions which side is the interior or which side is the exterior. So for that purpose, to make it simple, I'm using two types of rules here. I already told you this is also called as inside outside test. I can do two types of inside outside tests. Two types. The first one is odd even rule and the second one is non-zero winding number rule. These two rules are very simple. So let me discuss these rules in detail. So first I will take up odd even rule. So first I will explain the steps. Don't worry, if I take the example, then it will be easy for you to understand this rule in a more better way. So this odd even rule is also called as odd parity rule. Getting guys? In this odd even rule, the first step is we have to draw a line from any position of the polygon. We have to draw the line in such a way that that line should cross the polygon boundary and it should reach the outside of the polygon. When I take the example, you will understand that. So what is the first step? We have to draw a line from any position of the polygon in such a way that that line is going to be extended outside the polygon area. First step. And the second step, what? Then we count the number of line segments crossing along the line. First we have to draw the line in such a way that it is going to cross the boundary of the polygon, that is going to move outside the polygon. After that we have to find out the number of line segments that are intersecting along with the line, that are crossing along with the line. This is the second step. Now what is the third step? If the number of segments crossed by this line is odd, when you count the number of line segments, the number of line segments is odd, then you can consider a particular point inside that polygon is an interior point or interior region, one and the same. If the number of line segment is even, then you can consider that region as a exterior region or exterior point. Getting us? Very simple. So first step, we have to draw the line in such a way that it is going to cross the boundary of the polygon to reach the outside of the, to reach in such a way that it is going to reach the outside of a polygon. Next we have to count the number of line segments, and if it is odd, then it is considered as an interior region. If it is even, then it is considered as a exterior region. Now I will explain these three steps, right, using an example. So one condition for this odd even rule is, you can, I told you right in the first step we have to draw the line. When you are drawing the line, that P should not intersect with the vertex, right? Remember this. I will explain this, no worries. When you draw the line, that line should not intersect with the vertex. Getting guys? It should not intersect with the vertex. Now to explain this rule, odd even rule, odd parity rule, I am taking this polygon here. In this polygon you can see there are some regions are interior and some regions are exterior. How to identify that? So now I will explain that. Yes, it's very simple. So first, to explain this, I'm considering this area that is in white color. See the highlighter? This area in the white color, you can see this is exterior. Getting, guys? The area of the polygon that is in the white colors. See, white color regions are exterior regions. Now you can ask a question, how? See, so what is the first step of the polygon? The first step of the polygon is to draw the line, right, that is going to be extended outside the polygon. See, I am drawing the line here. I am drawing the line. See the highlighter, I am drawing the line. You can see there the line is drawn in such a way that it is passing the polygon outside. This line is extended to outside of the polygon. Getting, guys? I'm talking about the region, this white color region. So first step, what I did, I draw the line. Getting, guys? I draw the line. Now what is the second step? Then we count the number of line segment crossings along the line. See, now in the simple words, we have to find out the number of intersecting points. See, this line what we drawn, right, this line is intersecting with how many edges? You can see the highlighter here, it is intersecting one edge and here it is intersecting another edge. Getting, guys? So this line what we have drawn, this line is intersecting with how many edges? Two edges. See, this is the first edge, this is the second edge. Getting, guys? Now I find out the number of intersection points. Now what is the third step? Then third step, you have to count the number. We did that, right? We counted it. How many intersections were there? Crossings were there. This edge is crossing 2 times. This is the first crossing, this is the second crossing. That is, it is intersecting 2 times. Now third step, if the number of segments crossed by the line is odd means interior. Getting, guys? If it is odd, interior. If it is even, what it is? Exterior. So here you can see that 2 is what? 2 is a even number. So even number means what? It is a exterior region. So this region that is in the white color is a exterior region, because the number of intersecting points is 2. Even is what? It is exterior. In the same way, we can apply the same rule for this region that is in the white color also. See, here also I am drawing the line, that is the first step, in such a way that it is moving outside the polygon. Now I will find out the crossings, that means intersection points. Here it is intersecting with this edge, this is one intersection point. Here it is intersecting with the another edge, this is the second intersection point. Here also you can see that the number of crossings will be 2. Yes, again, if it is even, what is the rule says? This region is also exterior. Getting, guys? Now we will check one case for interior also. See, here this is the region which is in cement color. This is the interior region. See, assume that I am standing here. So see the highlighter. Now I will draw the line. Again, the first step. Second step, I will find out the number of crossings. Only one crossing is there. This edge is crossing only one edge. That's why, that is one edge is intersecting. That is 1. 1 is what? It is odd. Odd means what? Odd means interior. If the number of line segment, if the value of the line segment is odd, then this region is what? This region is interior. In the same way, you can check for other cases also. See, this is also interior. How? This edge is intersecting with a one edge. Again, it's interior. In this region also, you can see when you draw the line, this is intersecting with one edge. Again, this is interior. In this and one more thing, you can draw the line from any position, no problem, but you don't draw the line using the vertex. That means C, D, A, B, F, E. These vertices are there, right? You should not consider these vertices when you draw the line. See, here I have not considered any of these vertices. I have drawn the line, so you can draw the line in any way, but you should know that you should not consider vertices when you draw the line. See this region. Now this is more complicated thing. See this region, see the highlighter, this is also a, sorry, this is also a interior, right? This is also a interior. Now see, I am drawing the line, sorry, this is also interior. Now I am drawing the line. Now I will find out the how many intersection points are there here. See, this region I am finding. When I draw the line, this is intersecting with this edge, one edge. It is also intersecting with this edge, second intersection point. This is also intersecting with this edge, third intersection point. See, this region I am talking about. So when I find out the intersection point, how many intersection points were there? 3 intersection points. If the number of crossings are odd, what is that? 3 is odd number, so interior. See, this region is also interior. You can draw the line from any position, no worries, but you should not consider the vertices. Here I have not considered the vertices. See, you can apply this same procedure for any number of points within the polygon. Right? Getting, guys? Next, now I will explain non-zero winding number rule. Now in the first rule, you know that how to find out a interior of the polygon and how to find out the exterior of the polygon. In the same way, in this rule also you will learn how to find out the interior region of a polygon and how to find out the exterior region of a polygon. Now see here how this rule works. Here we need to know the direction of each edge in the polygon. I will take up the example, then you will understand this in a more better way. So here I have to find out the direction of each edge, and the direction can be in 2 ways. Either direction can be in clockwise or direction can be in counterclockwise. Next, now I have to count the number of times that the boundary of an object winds around a particular point in the counterclockwise direction, right? And this is also called as winding number. Don't worry, I will explain with the example. So what are the 2 things I explained so far? Here we need to know the direction of each edge of the polygon. Either the direction can be in clockwise or it can be in counterclockwise. And the next thing, this counts the number of times that the boundary of an object winds around a particular point in the counterclockwise direction. It is termed as what? Winding number. Winding number. See, what are the rules here? Right? What are the rules here? So first rule, we have to initialize the winding number to 0. We have to initialize the winding number to 0. Now in the second step, we can imagine a line drawn from any position in the same way as the inside outside, that is the odd even rule. In the same way, here also we have to draw the line in such a way that the line is going to move outside the polygon. The same thing here. Here also we imagine a line, that is the line is going to drawn from any position of the polygon, that is going to extend the boundary of the polygon, that is going to move outside the polygon. And in the same way as even odd rule, here also you have to remember that when you draw the line from any point, we should not choose any vertices. Endpoint coordinate means you should not choose any vertices. That is important. Now we add 1 to the winding number. When we add 1 to the winding number, every time we intersect a segment that crosses the line in the direction from left to right. When the line segment crosses the line in the direction left to right, we have to add 1, and we have to subtract 1 every time when a line segment intersects, crosses from left to right. Getting, guys? Don't get confused. Here we need to find out the direction of the polygon edges. Either it can move in clockwise direction or it can move in counterclockwise direction. And this counts the number of times that the boundary of an object winds around a particular point in the counterclockwise direction. That is termed as winding number. Don't worry, I will take up the example. So what are the rules means here? First we have to initialize the winding number to 0. Now we have to draw the line in such a way that the line should process the boundary of the polygon, that should move outside the boundary of the polygon. And while drawing the line from the point, you are drawing the line from any point inside the polygon, right? While drawing the line, you should consider that you should not choose a vertices, endpoints. Now lastly, what you have to do means you have to add 1 to the winding number. When you have to add 1 to the winding number means when a line segment intersects, right, or whether it crosses the line. When it crosses the line in the direction from left to right means clockwise. Left to right means was clockwise. I will explain that, no worries. And we subtract 1 every time when a line segment intersect that crosses from left to right. Right to left means, sorry, left to right means clockwise. Sorry for that. Right to left means counterclockwise or anti-clockwise. Right? I will take up the example now. Definitely you will understand. And one more important thing you have to remember here: if the winding number is non-zero, the number can be negative also, the number can be positive also, but it should not be non-zero. It should not be equal to 0. If it's the case, then the region is considered as interior. If the winding number is non-zero means either it can be negative also or either it can be positive also, but it should not be 0. But if the winding number is 0, then it is considered as exterior. Getting, guys? If the winding number is non-zero means negative also possible, positive value is also possible, then it's interior point. If the winding number is 0, then you can consider it as a exterior region or exterior point, right? See here, see, very easy, don't get confused. Here left to right means that is clockwise direction, same as the clock moves. So clock moves from left to right, that is in clockwise direction. Left to right means clockwise. And remember, when edge is moving clockwise, that is left to right, the value will be what? -1. Remember that. Now if it is moving, the edge is moving from right to left means counterclockwise. You have to remember the value, then the value will be what? 1 here. Getting, guys? From left to right, that is clockwise, the value will be -1. From right to left, here from left to right, clockwise with what? -1. From right to left is what? Counterclockwise, the value will be what? 1. And remember one more thing, the initial value of the winding number is what? 0. Initial value of the winding number is what? 0 here. Now we will see here. See, the region that is in the white color is the exterior region. Now we will find out this. See, I already told you in the same way as inside odd even rule, here I also have to draw the line segment. This is my position. See that, see the highlighter, this is my position. I'm standing here, so I'm drawing the line here in such a way that it's crossing the polygon boundary. Getting, guys? Now see, take the first edge. This is the first edge. See the highlighter, this is the first edge. Now see the direction in which way it is moving. You are standing right here. See that, see the edge direction. See, the edge is moving from right to left. See the arrow mark, it is moving. You are standing here, the edge is moving in which direction? This thing, this edge is moving in which direction? This is the first edge we are crossing, that's why this edge is moving from which direction? Right to left. What is that? It is moving from right to left. See, this is, you are standing here, assume that you are standing here, so see this edge, in what way it is moving? It is moving from right to left. So right to left is what? Counterclockwise. Then value will be what? 1. Now I found out the one value, one edge value. The value is what? 1. Now in the same way you can see there, second crossing point, here also the edge is moving. See, now you are standing here only. See the edge movement here. You can see the arrow mark here. You are moving from left to right. See, arrow mark, see here, this edge you are moving from right to left, that is counterclockwise, so value 1. Here you can see this edge, see the arrow mark, you are moving from left to right. Left to right means what? Clockwise. Well, then what is the value? Minus 1. Minus 1. So previous value is 1 for this edge, that is from right to left, that's counterclockwise, value will be 1. For this edge from left to right, the value will be minus 1. So when you add these two values, 1 plus minus 1, 0. 0. Now what is the rule says? Right, what is the rule says here? If the winding number is 0, then the region is exterior. So your point is here, right? So you can see that. So this white region is exterior. According to the rule, the winding number is what here? 0. Getting, guys? I will brief this. Don't get confused. See here. So this is the region, white region. I am considering white color region. This is the this region is exterior. How you are going to find out means, I will draw the line. I will draw the line. Now you can see that when I draw the line, this line is intersecting with how many edges? 2 edges. Now I have to find out the direction of that edges. So this is the first edge. You can see here, this edge is moving. See the arrow mark from right to left. Right to left means what? It is counterclockwise. So what is the value? Value will be 1. Now I will see the direction of the second edge. You can see the arrow mark here. It is moving from left to right. So left to right means what? The value will be, that is clockwise, the value will be minus 1. So minus 1 plus 1 here. Minus 1 I have taken it first. No worries. You have to take first as 1 as a first value, then minus 1. Here I interchanged it. Sorry for that. No problems. Anyway, minus 1 plus 1 or plus 1 minus 1, the value will be 0. So now what the value we got? 0. So according to the rule, this is exterior. See, this region is the exterior. You can see that. In the same way, we will apply the same rule for one of the interior regions. We can see here. This is the point. See that. Assume that I am standing here. Right. I will draw the line now. I will draw the line. You can see there, this line is crossing the one edge. It is intersecting with the one edge. Here it was intersecting 2 edges, but here it was intersecting. It is intersecting with one edge. Now we have to see the direction. Assume that you are standing here. See the arrow mark here. I am moving from which direction? From left to right. See the arrow mark. You are standing here. I am moving from left to right. What is the left to right here? Value will be minus 1. That is clockwise. So what is the rule says? Minus 1. That is non-zero number. Even if it is positive also no problem, negative also no problem. So it should not be 0. When the value is minus 1, that is non-zero, the point is considered to be as interior. Here minus 1 is what? Non-zero number. So here, that's why this region is called as interior region. Getting, guys? So this region is white color region is exterior because we got the value 0. Here this region is the interior region because we got the value minus 1, that is non-zero. That's why it is interior. Getting, guys? So you can apply the same rule for all the other parts also. See here, I will apply this same rule for this region also. See the highlighter. So here I will draw the line. Here I will draw the line. See, right? Now see how many edges it is intersecting, guys. See it carefully. It is intersecting into one edge. This is the first edge and this is the second edge, right? So 2 edges it is intersecting. Now see the direction. Here if you are standing means it is moving from left to right. See the arrow mark. Left to right means what? Minus 1. Counter clockwise. Sorry, clockwise. Minus 1. This edge is over. It is intersecting. Now this edge. Again. See the arrow mark. Again, if you are standing here, it is moving from left to right. So again, left to right means minus 1. So here also, the first edge also minus 1. Second edge also minus 1. So minus 1 minus 1, what it is? Minus 2 only. So minus 2 is what? It is a non-zero number. So that's why you can see this is interior. Getting, guys? You can apply the same rule for any region. You can consider any point from any region. Getting, guys? So hope you understood the concepts. Suppose if you have any doubts, please post your doubts in the below comment section. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please click the bell icon to get the notifications. And don't forget to like and share.